I'm going to teach you today a game called Pyramid Solitaire. All you need is a standard deck of 52 cards. I want to talk to you first about the point values for it. This is actually something that you might be able to find in an app on your phone if there's any card games or things like that. I have seen this in apps. It's called Pyramid Solitaire. And when we set it up, it'll look kind of like a triangle or a pyramid. So you'll know that you're in the right game. So if the card has a number on it, regardless of color, regardless of picture or suit, that's what that card is worth. So that would be 9, that would be 6. Let's start with kings, the Ks. Those are 13. The whole goal of this is to get sums or adding up to 13. So the king is the most powerful one. It is 13, the only card that can be used by itself. That would be a 12, the queen. The jack would be an 11, so 13, 12, 11. And then you've got your number cards, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And then an ace or an A. And of course, I can't find one when I want it. And ace would be the 1. Okay, so if you think of A as the first letter of the alphabet, that's worth a 1. Then all the number cards, then jack, queen, king, 11, 12, 13. When I first started playing this, I actually had like a little note on the side, a little piece of scrap paper or a sticky note or something, just to keep remembering that. So the whole goal of this game, I'm going to shuffle while I explain. The whole goal of this game is to make pairs that total or add to 13. Okay, so when we set this up, you do a single card, and I got to do this so that you can still see it right about there. Usually you do 7 rows. I only have enough in my video screen here to fit 5. You'll get the idea of the game. We're going to then split this so that there's 2 in the second row, and then there will be 3 in the third row. I like to leave a little bit of space, otherwise it gets real smushed together. And then 4, and then 5, I don't think I can fit another one. I think we're going to stop there. All right. So you would keep going. You would do 2 more rows. You'd end up with 7 cards. Now, the rest of the cards you're going to keep in your hand. You can only play a card that is completely uncovered. So right now, the only cards that are completely uncovered for me are the queen, 3, jack, 8, king. I don't care about the color. I don't care about the picture. I'm just worried about the number or the letter that's on it. Now, king is the only card that can be played by itself, because if you're looking for a total of 13, it's already worth 13. So I can take that off and I'll put that in a pile. Does anything else here add up to 13? This 4 is not available. Nothing in this row is available. This is an 8, 11, 3, 12. Nothing else adds up to that. Okay. The rest of the cards above it are out of play at the moment. So in my pile, I'm going to take the top card. Does 5 add to any one of these to give me 13? Yes. So I can put those 2 together. Doesn't matter that they're the same color, same suit. They just add to 13 and take those off. Now the 4 is completely uncovered. It's now playable. Okay. 5 is still covered partially, so that's not playable. So out of the pile, we'll flip another one. 8, 3 is 11. I don't have that 5 available yet. Okay, I'm going to make another pile right now, just kind of keep them out of the way. 2, let's see, to get to 13, I need an 11. Well, my jack right here, I can take those out. Now this 5 is uncovered. I can go back to the top one of my pile. Right now there's only one. Eventually there'll be a lot. I can take the top one out of this, and then that is now free. This king is still partially covered. This king is still partially covered, so they're not in play. My only options at the moment are 4, 3, and queen, which is 12. Okay, so let's flip. Do I have a 10 and a 3? Yeah, I can do that. Now, the 9 is uncovered. 9 plus 4 is 13. So I can take these 2. My king is completely uncovered. My other king is completely uncovered. This is working out pretty well for me. Ace and queen, they equal 13. Remember, 1 plus 12. So now the only thing I have is a 9. Everything else is still partially covered. So 9 plus 4 would give me 13. I need a 4. So I'm just going to kind of go through quickly until I find a 4. Because none of these, king I can take out. Because none of these other cards are going to help me at all. Still looking for that 4. There it is. So 9 plus 4. Okay. This is the only thing completely uncovered. So 10 plus 3. I'm going to go through and look for a 3. And I didn't have one the rest of my deck. Now, some games would say the game is over, you have lost, you had 3 left over. maybe that's your score, or they would give it. There's different ways that you can score this. I've always kind of given myself another chance, and I take these. You could shuffle them or just take them as they are, and I go through them one more time. I don't keep going through and going through, but I give myself one more chance through. So there's my 3 and 10. I need another 3. Got to be in here somewhere. There it is. Now, 1 card left. 6 plus 7 will give me 13. So let's see if I can find a 7 before I make it to the end of my deck. There it is. So I get to win. So you can see how trying to do it in one go through of the pile is a little more challenging. If you go through a second time, it gives you a few more options. Also, if you want to start just with that rows of 5, that's a good introduction. And then as you get more experience with it, if you want to add on to go up to the full 7 rows, that would be another way to do it. I'm sure you can find instructions, other variations online. I would love to hear what you do with this. Let me know.